All right, it's Headband Lou in the 202, back to do what he do, baby. The all home game season continues, and we taking on the Brooklyn Nets and LA Lakers. Should be two super teams going up against a super goon, and I'm about to show these cats exactly how we gets down. You already know. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit more about 2K23. Like I said, we all got our wish list and everything like that, and I don't want to spend, too much time talking about just random stuff. I focus on just the MyCAREER mainly because that's the main mode that I play. Like, I play online a little bit, and I might have a little small list of things to do when it comes down to the online that I think could make improvements, but I'll get to that list once I go through all the things that I believe truly could make the MyCAREER experience better. Let me get that easy. Got them up in the air. Get a quick bucket. So I wanted to talk about dynamic difficulty, or returning to an old form of gameplay style and gameplay difficulty. So let's first focus on dynamic difficulty. Now, if you've played MLB The Show, one of the best features about it, and quite frankly, I haven't found any flaws in it yet, but one of the best features I like about it is its dynamic difficulty and how it truly impacts the way you play and the way the computers play you. That, like, to me, is too cool. Like, I'm playing and I'm in the AA leagues right now. I'm, doing my thing, trying to make my way up. And I got me a few home runs for a bump, right? Got me a few home runs. When I first started playing, I put it on, I want to say like beginner difficulty or like rookie difficulty. I know it was like one step above the very easiest mode, right? So I played on that joint and I put dynamic difficulty on, so it will increase or decrease based on how well I play in the certain aspects. And my thing is that it's broken down to the different aspects. So like if you're a pitcher and you put dynamic difficulty on, your dynamic difficulty for pitching and your dynamic difficulty for batting is completely different from one another. So that's cool. Ooh, look at my man Valenciunas cleaning up my mess when they throw my hot garbage away. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see 2K, I've said this before, I would love to see 2K get that dynamic difficulty style going so it adjusts based on how well you play. So I'm gonna put it like this. I don't want to see it just say, okay, well, like if you're, playing well on offense, then it's gonna increase the difficulty of your offense. Now, I wanted to kind of get to the nitty gritty of it all. If you're playing well down low, then make the computers make your post shots a little more difficult. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know when y'all see me play, I run that pick and roll game because they not stopping. Look at that, pick and roll, bucket. Ain't nobody converging, and I run this pick and roll all game. You would think that at one point, in reality, the computer would make the adjustments. Look at that, easy bucket right there. Easy bucket, you know what I'm saying? Now, to me, that looked like the only smartest thing because I've been going in the paint all day, so, why focus on me going out to the perimeter? Why would a teammate why would an opponent focus on me doing that? But when it came down to things like that, look at that, easy, pick and roll, straight to the back. Ain't nobody collapsing, ain't nobody rotating, and we've been eating away at them all day for that joint. Throw it up top so I can take a Bama for the ride inside. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see dynamic difficulty that just kind of makes it a little more difficult skill-wise for you to do the things that you easily do with cheese. So that way it forces you to figure out, look at that, bringing the double team, inside bucket. And that's poor double team right there. That was bad communication. It's poor double team. Dynamic difficulty, I won't say it's going to solve that overnight, but I think that it's going to help improve the way the AI thinks and plays the game. And that's what I want to see. So I think dynamic difficulty is the first step. Because like I said, when you're playing MLB The Show and you got that dynamic difficulty on, like right now, I'm on like a 3-4 game hitting slump for real. Like I'm getting a hit a game, but it ain't really amounting to nothing. We taking L's because I done went from beginner or rookie all the way to it got me all the way up to all-star, like all-star plus. And so now pitchers are literally throwing more balls for me to chase, right? Because when I first started, I was kind of just swinging at everything, right? And so now pitchers are playing me like, oh no, he likes to swing, and he's going for the sluggers. He's going to throw them things away. He's going to knock them out the park. So if we can throw one just right, ooh, like I got his ankles. If we can throw one just right, we can get him to chase one outside the, outside the box. We can get him to chase it and everything like that. Let's get him out of here on strikes. And so I've been getting struck out, and that's good because it means that my discipline is bad. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a couple of instances where to say, man, that was a that was a good swing. So like the timing was good, and I'll still miss wide. I'm like, how was that a good swing if the timing was bad? Okay, I'm still trying to figure that out. But all in all, when it comes down to it, the dynamic difficulty does make me think, you know what I'm saying, think twice before I step up the plate and just start swinging, start chucking at them. I'm not playing on rookie no more. I'm not playing on beginner no more. Now I'm playing where that stuff is going to matter. So if we can get dynamic difficulty that is based on, you know, where you play. So like dynamic difficulty should not just be scaled to Hall of Fame versus, you know what I'm saying, versus All-Star versus Superstar versus Pro. I think dynamic difficulty should be class scaled a little bit. That'll force the AI to kind of look at every aspect of the game a different way. Instead of just looking at it like it's just basketball, it's about getting buckets and stopping buckets. No, it's also about, you know what I'm saying, understanding what your opponents are using to get buckets and what can you do to stop them from getting buckets. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, all I got to do is stay in front of him. He's not going to score. Come on now. Cat's been trying to stay in front of Steph all season long. He got a championship. At the end of the day, like sometimes just staying in front of the Bama ain't going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to be able to know the smart double teams. Know, like, you don't want just anybody coming up for a double team. If I'm going to call a double team, I'm going to call it on a person whose man, like, is just out of way to a point where I'm not worried. I'd rather him take that shot. Okay, like we got certain plays where on these fast court, full court fast breaks, right, where you'll see Daniel Gafford is in the corner for the three. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's, if I'm gonna call a double team, right, I'm gonna call a double team, the help defender to be Daniel Gafford's man. You know what I'm saying? So that way, what, you gonna chuck it to Daniel Gafford in the corner and hope? I'd rather him try to take that shot and make that shot. So I would like to see dynamic difficulty. But if we can't get dynamic difficulty, there is an aspect that's already there that 2K can improve upon to just, ooh, my goodness, James. They can improve upon and kind of sort of bring back in the aspect. As you can see, we're going to take that win, but we continue. The run continues going because we're going straight into the next game, and we continue this talk when it comes down to it. All right, the Lakers out here to get this thrashing, so let's continue the conversation. Now, the next thing I want to focus on, we talked about dynamic difficulty, and you see exactly how that could affect 2K in a good way by making a difficulty that scales based on how well you play in certain aspects of the game. So now let's focus on the other thing. If we can't get dynamic difficulty, I would love to see a simple reinstallment of the gameplay style that used to exist in 2K. Like back in like 2K13, I think 2K14 was the last time I seen it. They had this option in the menus, right, in my career, okay, where you can not only choose your difficulty, but you also chose your gameplay style. So gameplay difficulty, of course, was your rookie, pro, superstar, all-star, Hall of Fame, right? And then you had your gameplay style, which was it was casual, normal, and simulation. And then there was like a hybrid of it for real that was like competitive, which was like a hybrid between simulation and normal. And it's mainly because in simulation your energy mattered so much that it would just tax away, you know what I'm saying, just moving down the court with the ball. Like, come on now, these cats got enough energy to come down the court with the ball. So everybody's energy was taxed too heavily in that aspect. Now, and I would love to see gameplay styles come back. And the reason why is because when you see what gameplay styles did for your game, it did change the way you was able to play, not just the way you play. So y'all know, like I said, I've said it all the time, I run with the pick and roll game all day. It's the most consistent play for me. Sometimes they manage to, you know what I'm saying, bump and slow it down. Other times I'm getting mine. I can get 30 assists off of pick and rolls alone. But if you changed up gameplay style, it would literally allow players to want to play more, you know, free basketball, fluid basketball, or more competitive versus simulation basketball. So instead of finding one offense to run, or, you know what I'm saying, running defense one way because of how the game reacts to that defense, you can basically run it more so how the players play based on their skills. And the reason why I say that is because this is what gameplay style did for your game. And when it came down to your difficulty decided like how well the computer played. So like how well they can score and how well they get to the basket. It was like an ability. It was like a combination of their tendencies, their ability to effectively implement their tendencies, and their overall and how much of an effect it had. But the gameplay style was like a modifier. So if you're playing normal, then essentially just take your gameplay style out altogether. If you're playing simulation, it essentially made energy a little more important. So like it multiplied the effect of certain moves taxing your energy. If you played on casual, it allowed you to just kind of like freely just have some fun, dribble the ball a little more than you should be able to, get moves off a little bit more, and then it triggered moves a little bit more, right? So like if you're a casual player, you want to see some ankles get broken more often, then you'll play it on casual. If you want to, if you were a casual player, it affected how effective your attributes were. So essentially on casual, if you had a 93 ball, then you could almost go, you know what I'm saying, 10 for 10 for the game, guaranteed, with a combination of smart shots and lucky shots, with a combination, okay? But with the way it's set up now, it's like, yeah, you're not going to really go 10 for 10 unless you just hitting all open shots. Like these players don't all hit just open shots. Like they go in and gets theirs one way or the other. So I would love to see that come back. And why would I want to see a gameplay style come back for the casual players when you got those who just want to play competitive? I don't want it to come back for online. No, what I'm saying is I wanted to come back for the my career aspect of it. If I'm playing the Sacramento Kings, right, and my team right now, and I'm 20-4, and these cats are 4-20. If I'm playing them on Hall of Fame, right, and I'm playing them on normal sliders, okay, or normal gameplay style, then I expect a little bit of a challenge because they are young teams, so I did try to prove themselves. But I don't expect these cats to be playing me like they a team of 5 superstars, because they're not. You know what I'm saying? If you were a team of 5 superstars, you wouldn't be 4-20. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see teams that have yet to fully develop play me at the same level as teams that are fully developed, fully fleshed out, and have all the tools. Like right now, if you playing on Hall of Fame difficulty and everything like that, every team will play you the same way, and that's not a good thing, because essentially it makes the super teams play like bums, and it makes the bum teams play like super teams. So it's like a real backwards kind of thing. Like every team is playing the same way to a point where like I'm gonna stop LeBron from scoring more than 14 points. Like literally in this game, he only scored 14 points. Okay, but when it come down to a rookie small forward who just came in, he out there, he dropping 30 on me. He dropping 30 on me, right? He ain't got no real offensive ability, but he dropping 30. Okay, so I would love to see gameplay style come back, because like I said, if I'm playing casual game, if I'm playing against like the Sacramento and they got a poor record, I do not want to struggle playing against them. I don't want them to give me up any challenge or anything like that. I want to go out there and practice all my moves on them, you know what I'm saying? And then when I go up against a team like the Lakers, like I'm playing these cats right now on Superstar, okay? And quite frankly, it's weird because I got 46 points, and yet they're still in this game. They're still within reach, and you're going to see them kind of climb back in this every time I sit down. Every time I sit down. And so that's a combination of the fact that difficulty is a combination of how effective your team is based on how the defense plays against you, which is the weirdest thing. It's always been weird to me of how that math works out. But if we got gameplay style brought back, it separates some of those things and puts the modifiers in the right place. So gameplay style is essentially just a set of modifiers that modify how effective your attributes are and how effective the computer's attributes are. Difficulty more so affects the tendencies of what the computer will do compared to their more so real life counterpart that 2K recreated within the game. So it's like a weird thing, you know what I'm saying? Like difficulty kind of dictates the rules and how things like fouls are really called and all that kind of stuff. And then gameplay style used to dictate like it was like a nice little modifier that said, okay, well, gameplay style, we're gonna relax on the rules a little bit. Okay, we're going to relax on the foul calls a little bit if you're playing on casual. But if you're playing on, you know, competitive, you know, you can't just be out there reaching. So I like how that modifier worked, and I would love to see that return if we can't get dynamic difficulty. There's a lot more to talk about when it comes down to, but look at this. 20 seconds left in the game, and we only up 5. I dropped 50 points on these cats, man. Drop 50 points. I'm going to go ahead and drop another couple on them real quick. But it's a whole lot more to talk about, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about what you think can improve 2K in the future. Mainly just my career. If you want to say something about multiplayer, cool, I'm going to listen. But you know, I only really play my career. So like I said in the comment section below, man, just let me know if you ain't played 2K in a while, what's something that they can do to truly bring you back to the game that you think will make it fun for you again. I'm going to catch y'all guys on the next one. Peace.